Hello everyone, if you are here for the first time, please kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure you hit on the notification bell so that whenever I drop a video, YouTube will notify you about that. Thank you. So today we're going to continue with our class, and today is the part 8 of how to compute student results using Microsoft Excel. So in our last class, we looked at how to compute for one subject. That is, this is a single subject, that is English, and we run the formula and everything is working perfectly. The total, the position, everything is working perfectly. So now the first thing about the one good thing about Excel is if you are done with the first with one, then it's like you are done with thousands, because I can just copy everything and be pasting, just change the subject. That's all. But before then, let me just decorate my table by selecting the scores, both with the position, and then click on the center alignment. See alignment ribbon, center. Click on the center so that everybody can see the values that are there. And the next thing I'm going to do is I will assume in this class, primary 3, I have 10 students, and then they are offering 10 subjects. For example, just I'm using example as they are offering 10 subjects. So you can have a class that you are offering more than 10 subjects. But for this particular training, it's just 10 subjects I'm using as example. Once you know how to do it for the 10 subjects, you can do it for 1,000 subjects self. So now let's just try. So next thing we're going to do is this. We're going to copy this particular table for the rest of the subject, then try to change the values. That is the first test, the second test, and the exam score. We are going to change them because I don't want them to look the same when we are computing the cumulative sheet. So before then, if this is your first time of watching my video, this one is the part 8. I have my previous videos on the description menu of this particular video. So please, you can go there, click on that, try and watch from part 1 so that you have a better understanding of what I am doing. Thank you. So now let's quickly jump into copying and paste. So copying in this time, the copying is no more copying formula. The other time we are copying formula, but this time around it's not copying formula. We're going to copy the whole of the table. So you click hold and drag your mouse through on the table. Now you've selected the table. You highlight the table. Now see copy here. Home tab, clipboard, see copy, or Control C on your keyboard. Click copy. Now you will see imaginary lines around the table. That is, you have selected this particular area you want to paste. Now I have to skip like 2 columns before I will paste. Select only one cell there, then I'll paste. It will paste everything that is there. Now you see it copies, and this is the copy and this is the original copy. Still the imaginary lines are there. Once the imaginary lines are still there, that means you can still paste. But if the imaginary lines are not there, you cannot paste in Microsoft Excel. I want you to understand this. So now let me quickly paste like 10 of them so that I can change the subject. So I'll pause this particular video here. If I'm done, then we'll come back. We'll be right back. Thank you. Welcome back. This is the 10th subject. So all I need to do now is to try to edit the subject. This one is English. Then I'll edit my subject before I will continue. So if this is English, then now you see the imaginary lines are still there. That means I can still paste. But right now I don't want to paste. I want to continue typing. Right? So press your escape key on the keyboard, or you click and press and type something inside the active cell. It will deselect that one. So I will press escape key because I'm used to that. So escape key, then I'll come by, try to edit the subject name. Now, all I need to do, this is a cell that takes the subject name. You can see in the formula bar here. I can just edit it from there. Or if you don't like to do that, you can just double click in the cell. Now you change it to, let's say, mathematics. Make sure you're in caps lock. Mathematics. So this is mathematics, this is English, this is mathematics, but the score are the same. We will try to change that. So what I want you to do now, try and change the subject. So I'll post this particular video until when I'm done with changing the subject. Press enter, don't forget. So I will Mathematics. Okay, welcome back. So assuming these are the subjects: religious studies, reading, computer studies, civic education. Sorry, I have E there. Let me edit. Let's enter. Civic education, basic science. What is the E there doing there? Basic science, agricultural science, quantitative reasoning, verbal reasoning, mathematics, and English. So these are the 10 subjects that primary three are offering. So what I'm going to do next is to try to change the values of the score, change the scores so that my cumulative sheet will not look the same in trying to meet up to the demands of the average in the class, the juniors in the class, and so on and so on, so that I could have the grades I need. So I will edit them. But before then, I would like to do something challenging that is challenging us most of the time. So let's say you are a form master or a classroom teacher, and you are done with your CA sheet. Like in my area, you see that you are done with first test or maybe second test before a student will be enrolled in that particular school or maybe in that particular class. So if you're facing that kind of problem, let me show you how you can solve that problem in Microsoft Excel. So after maybe you are done with your CA sheet, all your CA sheet, you are waiting for exams to come so that you complete your result and submit to the head teacher. What you're going to do on your CA sheet as per form master or as a subject teacher is that you are going to use a formula now to relate the names of your students, so that whenever a student came into the class and the form master told you, or you try to update the name of the student quickly before exams. So this is what you're going to do. First, delete these names. Select the names here. Now let me fit it. Click all and drag. Let me fit the write-offs that are there first, so that you see what will happen. For all the subject, you will do that, but I will only do it for one subject. What you're going to do is select all these subjects, all these names. You press delete on your keyboard. So look at what is the cell address of this particular man. Is B5. Biliamuni Abubakar is B5. What you're going to do is you say serial number 1 is equals to B5. Press enter. You will see Biliaminu Abubakar there. You copy. You come to the bottom edge, right bottom edge. Now your mouse will turn to this particular sign. Click hold and then drag through. Now you see the names will appear as the same thing. So let me tell you something. Let's say you have the 11th name, maybe Sani Haruna. Maybe Sani Haruna is a new student in the class. All you need to do, yeah, you see, as I am updating, it will be updated there. So if you just write the name of the student, it will appear for the rest of the student. So what for the rest of the subject, what you're going to do as a form master is you try to use this formula that you use in mathematics. You repeat the same thing in this subject, verbal, like this. Delete these ones, then click on the serial number 1, type equals to B5, press enter, then you copy the rest. Now you see Sani Aruna will be there. Instead of writing or typing Sani Aruna, Sani Aruna, Sani Aruna up to 10 times, all you need to do is you use formula. So please, if you like this particular video and this video, you see this video very interesting, you can share this particular video to your friends by liking this video so that YouTube will make it viral. Please, I thank you for staying up. So today, this is where I'm going to stop. And in our next class, I will try to change the values before I come into the training, before I start the training. You understand? I will change the scores so that we'll continue from there. But I will still use my 10 students because that's the example I'm using. I will delete Sani Aruna, don't worry. So I will be using 10 students in the class, 10 subjects. So where we're heading to now is the most complex part of most complex part of school. And that is what we're going to be dealing with. So anticipate my next video so that you are going to be an excellent classroom teacher. Thank you so much for keeping in touch. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.